Hi, my name is Katie Weatherup and I'm a shamanic practitioner, and I have this protocol to help people come into a good relationship with their psychic abilities, and I'd love to share it with you if you feel called. So a lot of us have a relationship to our psychic abilities that is informed by past lives. So we don't have to go back that far in history to see a lot of examples, the witch burnings and things like that, where if you had this psychic ability or healing ability or these gifts, the community could freak out and accuse you of being of the devil and do really unpleasant things. And so a lot of people shut those down. It might have happened when you were a child and you got really scared by things you were perceiving, and the adults in your life weren't much help. They kind of got freaked out too. And so you shut down your gifts, or it may have been a past life experience where it wasn't safe. And so one of the things that I love to do for people is to clean up the places where in the past, for really valid reasons, you close down these aspects. It can be as simple as just having been in a kind of toxic relationship with somebody that you were really, really in love with and scared and too heart connected to leave until you worked it out and you did leave, but you're listening to what the parts of you had to say then, and your guides and your intuition and your higher self saying, hey, this isn't so good for you, wasn't something you were prepared to hear. Regardless, there are these ways that we close down and shut down and are actually afraid of the information that we might get from the unseen world. And for those people who have a real longing to tap in, to have a direct relationship with the divine, to hear spirit, it can be really painful when there's this ambivalence, there's this longing to hear and this fear of hearing. So in this healing, I'd like to help clean up the fear, whatever the root cause of that was, as well as removing the blocks, removing the places where this was shut down. And then also helping you to come into right relationship with past life mastery. So there are a lot of practices and ways of doing things that were particular to culture that we really don't want to bring forward. It's not so great to sacrifice animals to, get shamanic results. Yay, we have a lot of really great ways of doing it. There's absolutely no harm done to any animals, that it's all on the side of everyone's good. And so there are pieces of what we may have mastered in other lifetimes that are just not relevant and not very attractive or good to pull forward, but there may be still wisdom and abilities that would be really nice to have. And the guides are really good at sort of filtering through and like reawakening what's relevant from your soul history and bringing that in, and then disconnecting and letting whatever in other lifetimes doesn't belong be left behind. So it's a way to kind of go gather the jewels from your past that are useful and leave the rest behind. And then the final thing is, I've spent a lot of time developing my own gifts. I've been doing this for 18 years now, and there's a certain ability where a dormant potential in you that I've actualized in me can be vibrationally awakened within you through proximity. I use this a lot when I'm dealing with people's fight or flight systems, because I went from having a fight or flight system that was on all the time, just constant low-level background anxiety that then spiked higher. I grew up, I was the kid that had acid stomach a lot of the time. And I shifted that. I really figured out how to provide my instincts with adult supervision and work with them so that I'm aware and I'm connected, and I know how to calm them down and provide them with some good adult supervision, and that's been a game changer in quality of life. And when I work with someone who's having that same issue, I invite a transmission to happen of where that developed ability has happened inside of me to help them have the maps and the pathways. And so I want to offer the same in whatever degree is relevant. It's not something that I can quantify. Like if I give you a guided journey, that's a much more like, here's the thing and here's how it works. This is an energetic transmission, but I've had really good results with it. When I started adding these aspects into my Reiki attunements, people started getting much more amazing results with the same attunement process. So I'd like to offer that a la carte, this activation of your gifts. So clearing of past lives, clearing of fear, waking up gifts from other lifetimes, and activating anything that I've created inside of me that is aligned, that you have a dormant potential where it would be the right thing. And I just trust the wisdom of my guides and your guides and our respective souls to know what to duplicate. You know, if you're downloading files, you're like, oh, I want to copy these 17 music files. These others, my taste is different. They're not aligned. So anyway, that's the vision for this work. My name is Katie Weatherup. That's my cat Astara, and you can learn more about me and my work at my website, which is handsoverheart.com. Thank you.